Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jaclynn. This is my jungle, and if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you for still being here. So, I apologize if you can hear some street noise. They're literally tearing up and repaving the road in front of my house. But anyway, today I wanted to sit down and chat with you guys about my top 5 favorite plants for the month of September. And I did not get a lot of new plants this month. I've been very, very good. So a lot of these, all of these are plants that I've had in my collection for at least a month because none of these are new. So the first one on my list is one that I have just been obsessing over the new leaves on, and it shouldn't be surprising that it's an anthurium. And the one I'm talking about is this guy right here. This is my anthurium Long Bullet X RLFS. I can show you the tag. It's from Fontanimal Plant House. Long Bullet X FL, can't say it, RLFS. So RLFS is a papilaminum. I think Long Bullet might be a papilaminum as well, but don't quote me. This is the newest leaf out. It's got this like chocolatey, kind of like maroony vibe to it, and I am not mad. I absolutely am obsessed. It's definitely hardened off now, but it had some really, really beautiful color to it before it hardened off to this nice, deep, dark green, I guess. It's technically still a deep dark green even though it looks black. Super duper shiny. Like this one is just, I think they categorize these as sub-velvet because it's not necessarily like a velvet leaf, but it is definitely like semi-velvety. And I am just obsessed with her. This has definitely been like one of my top 2 this month that have been growing like mad for me. She's definitely due for a repot or something because she's getting really, really long. She just needs like a deeper pot probably. But again, this one's from Fontanimal. And I'm just obsessed. I'm so obsessed with this leaf. Look at how beautiful it is. Oop, we got washed out. Look at how beautiful it is. I mean, like, what more could you want out of a plant, right? So that's why it's number 1 on my list for the month of September. Okay, so number 2 on my list of favorites for the month of September is definitely in need of being watered. So she's a little floopy floppy right now, but I had to show you my variegated micans. I repotted her recently. She was in moss and it's been giving me some new leaves, and look at the variegation. Look at the variegation on this leaf, you guys. Is that not gorgeous? Like, she just has really, really beautiful genetics, and I'm not mad at her. This is her newest leaf. It's still growing and hasn't hardened off. It got a little bit damaged somewhere along the lines coming out there, but probably just because I repotted her. And she's just beautiful. Honestly, the camera's not doing her justice on her coloring. She's just really, really pretty, and I look forward to getting this babe up on a pole and watching her grow really big and really beautiful. So I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with philodendron and just like micans in general, but I absolutely love this one, and I just had to show her to you guys because this new leaf is to die for. Look at that variegation. She's like perfectly marbled. So this is technically the Aurea variegated micans. I was just like choking on nothing, so it looks like I'm crying. Everything's fine. Totally fine. Variegated micans Aurea is number 2 on my list of favorites for this month. Let me know in the comments below if you have this one yet, because if you don't, girl, I think you might need it. Okay, so number 3 on my list of favorites for the month of September is actually a little bit surprising. Surprising for me because I wasn't anticipating putting it on the list, and surprising because it's not like one of my favorite Hoya in my collection, but I wanted to put this one on the list today because When I originally repotted her, half of the plant just looked really sad and wrinkly, and I was like, well, that sucks. So I just kept on watering her regular, hoping that she would reroot into the soil, and she has. So this is my Hoya Hushkaliana outer variegated. This one is from Gardino Nursery. The micans, the variegated micans, I got from Texas Plant Co. All of these came from Palm Street. If you haven't downloaded Palm Street yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I will leave it linked down below for you. Definitely consider checking it out. I'm live over there at least once, if not twice or 3 times a week. And that's pretty much where I'm selling these days. I don't really sell anywhere else. So if you're looking to buy plants from me or just come and hang out with me, that is definitely the place to do it. So this whole entire side of the plant was like just wrinkly and sad, and look at her now. You can't even tell that these were 2 separate plants that I potted together because they both look the same. They both look healthy, and she's just so stinking cute. She's definitely not as cute as the inner variegated Hushkaliana in my personal opinion, but I do still think that she's really, really cute, and I love this pot. This is one of my favorite pots, and I just had to show her to you guys today because I'm very proud of her for bouncing back, and I cannot wait to see this one grow nice and big into a trailing plant. Nice full basket like this one, even though I cheated with this one. I bought a few and potted them all up together. So Hoya Hushkaliana outer variegated is number 3 on my list of favorites for the month of September. All right, so you didn't think you were gonna get away from this list without me mentioning another anthurium, and number 4 on my list of favorites today is sitting right here. Look at her. She's so pretty. This has been a favorite of mine literally since I bought it. I've been obsessed with this plant since the second I bought it, but look at this new leaf. So this is my Papillium Warocquianum X Self. So this is a Pap X Queen that was crossed with itself. And like, excuse me, but do you see the size of this leaf? It's literally bigger than my face, and I'm obsessed with her. She has this really, really subtle sparkle to her leaf that's so hard to pick up on camera, but she literally sparkles, and I'm obsessed. And this is the newest leaf. Like I said, it comes in like, again, this like kind of chocolatey maroon color. You could see the back of it is still kind of reddish, and then when they harden off, it gets more green. So this one's actually not even done growing or hardening off, and it is huge. It's huge, you guys. This is definitely one of my just like favorite plants in my collection, period. It rivals my Pap Blue 6X Ace of Spades Dark Form. If you guys have been around, you know this is my favorite plant, just like period. But this one might be like my second favorite. It's not quite as dark as this one, but I would love to just make them make babies maybe one day, because I think they would just be so dark and so long and so sexy. So I am just totally obsessed with this one. I feel like this one should have been like my number 1 plant this month, honestly, but these are not really in any particular order. I just wanted to show her to you because she's insane. Like, hello, look at how beautiful. Even just the veins, the subtle like pink in the veins, like, it's so good. This one is also from Fontanimal Plant House. You guys, if you're not following them over on Palm Street, I don't know what you're doing. I've gotten so many of my anthurium from them. They're always healthy, they always thrive, and they just take off. They take off for me. I don't really have to worry about repotting them too much unless they start to get too large for the pot that they're in, because they do use a really good medium, so I don't really have to worry about it. So can you blame me for putting this one on the list today? She's absolutely stunning. Wow. She's so good. She's just so good. She's so good. I can't handle it. Okay, so remember how I said I didn't get very many new plants and that none of these were going to be new plants? Well, I lied because I forgot that I added this one to my list at the last minute because I just acquired it. I haven't shown it to you guys. I'm still in shock that I even have this plant. I'm not gonna lie to you. So a little backstory. I have been going down to Worcester pretty regularly to see my friends Matt and Kayla. They own the plant ward, and getting inventory from their greenhouse. And while I was there last weekend, I was admiring my #1 wish list plant. It's been top of my wish list for like 3 years now. And he's got a giant, beautiful, variegated Billy, philodendron Billy, like right in the middle of the greenhouse. And I was just like, ah, that's so nice, you know, like I'm never gonna have one. And he was like, why not? So I said, because they're expensive and I just really can't justify it. And I'm afraid to get a cutting and have that cutting revert. So, because they revert pretty easily, which is terrifying. But it would be a personal plant, and I really can't justify spending that much money on a personal plant that isn't for my business, is not necessarily investment towards anything. So that's the reason why I feel like I will just never have a variegated Billy. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yours is in the front. And I was like, what? What are you I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about because it's literally right there for you. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, she's small, but she's got really nice variegation on her. So you guys, this is my variegated Billy. Oh, what? I'm still shook. Like, I'm literally shook. He was basically like, we were propagating them and his wife, Kayla, knocked off the leaf accidentally. So all that's left is this little baby new growth coming off of it, but it's got really nice color over here. And I'm just like really excited to watch it grow. It's so small. Look at her. But I'm just like, I cannot believe that I even have this in my possession. I'm like dumbfounded, you guys. I'm so close. I'm so close to completing my wish list. Like, what? I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I'm missing off my wish list now is a pure Anthurium Ace of Spades dark form. That's literally the only plant that I could think of that I have not acquired yet off of my wish list that just kind of has felt out of my price range for a while. So I had to show her to you guys because you didn't see her and you had no idea that I acquired her. So now you do. And aren't you so excited for me? Let's be excited about it together in the comments below. Let me know if you have one of these in your collection yet. And how it's done for you. Has it reverted? Have you taken cuttings? Is it easy to root? Like, I'm so excited and so nervous at the same time about having this plant in my collection. So I had to put her in there as #5 on my list today because it would not be right if I didn't. I'm just so excited, like, and in awe of this plant. I just kicked the camera. I apologize for that. So that is everything that I wanted to show you guys for the month of September. These are plants that have just really stood out to me, that I noticed myself noticing quite a bit. Let me know in the comments below what some of your favorites are for the month of September. Do you have a plant that's just really taken off for you this month? Or maybe you got something new that you're really excited about. Maybe you got a wish list plant that you've been wanting for a really long time. I would love to hear about it in the comments below. I appreciate you guys so very much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything from me in the future. All that good stuff. There's a members only thing that you can join. I have a handful of videos on deck for my members, so stay tuned for that. I know I've been super behind and I apologize, but I'm working on it. working on getting on like a normal schedule around here, but it's been a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. So I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world, fam. If you watched this whole entire video, leave me some cute little bat emojis because I like bats and I have them on my earrings today, and these are my favorite earrings, and it's officially spooky season, my favorite time of year. It's almost my birthday. It's just the best, the most magical time of the year, right? We get fall, we get Halloween, we get Thanksgiving, because who doesn't love Thanksgiving? And Christmas, for those of us who celebrate Christmas. Like, it's just my favorite season. And then January comes and I'm like over it, you know? Ready for winter to be over, even though it just started. So I'm very much looking forward to the rest of the year. Let me know what your favorite holiday is. Leave me some cute little bat emojis or like any spooky season emojis. I just really like bats. I think they're cute. I have my little bat over here. Okay, I'm rambling. I love you guys so much. I hope I see you in the next one.